I drive a 1999 Toyota Corolla, 27-year-old antique at the time of making this video. It has 264,000 miles on it. I bought it in 2018 for $4,200, and 9 months ago I quit my job. Most people don't think those two things go together, but they're directly connected. And it's not because I'm cheap, it's because I wanted something different. When I bought this car, I didn't buy it because it was cool. I bought it because it worked. But years ago, I used to think upgrading my car meant upgrading my life. For example, newer car, newer features, and newer look. It felt like progress. But here's what I slowly started realizing. Every time your income goes up, most people let their lifestyle go up with it. That's called lifestyle inflation. You make more. You spend more. Not on survival, on upgrades. For example, a bigger car, a bigger house, more subscriptions, and more comfort. And none of it feels reckless. It feels normal. But upgrades come with quiet costs, not just the payment. For example, insurance, maintenance, interest, mental pressure, and the need to keep earning at the same level. And what I realized was this: the upgrade wasn't actually increasing my freedom. It was increasing my obligations. So I stopped chasing upgrades. Not because there's anything wrong with them, but because I wanted to wake up without an alarm clock someday. Let's just use cars as an example. The average car payment in America is around $700 a month. That's about $8,400 a year. Over 5 years, that's over $40,000. That's not small money, and I'm not against nice cars. But I started asking myself a different question. What would happen if I invested that difference instead? What would that look like over time? Because money compounds, and so do decisions. But here's the important part. The money wasn't even the biggest shift. Years before I quit my job, something changed. Not financially, mentally, and this was by far the hardest part. I stopped upgrading my lifestyle and started upgrading myself. I turned off the TV, and I put the phone down more often. I stopped binge consuming entertainment and started reading, learning, and listening. I studied things that actually moved the needle. I looked into investing, cash flow, time leverage, and asset building. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't popular. There's a poem by Robert Frost where he talks about taking the road less traveled. I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. That line stuck with me because the path I chose wasn't popular, but over time, it changed everything. Not in some dramatic, poetic way, just different, and different compounds. Small improvements, repeated, for years. Most people underestimate how powerful that is. They want the big moment, the big break, the viral event. But walking away from my job wasn't a big moment. It was the result of hundreds of small ones. When I quit in June of 2025, it wasn't emotional, it wasn't dramatic, it was quiet. Because the work had already been done. The preparation, the investing, the discipline, and the mindset shift. The car didn't free me. The mindset did. The car was just a symbol of restraint, of delayed gratification, of prioritizing optionality over appearance. And I'm not saying everyone needs to drive a 1999 Corolla. That's not the point. The point is this: what are you upgrading? Your image or your freedom? Because those are two very different paths. I'm not against nice cars, I just realized freedom was the better upgrade for me. If you're interested in how I structured it, the investments, the risks, the mistakes, the things I would do differently, that's what this channel is about. No hype, no overnight promises, just intentional decisions that compound over time. Because if you do what everyone else does, you usually get what everyone else gets. And I wanted something different. So that's the story. The 1999 Corolla wasn't about being cheap. It was about being intentional. It wasn't about avoiding upgrades. It was about choosing the right ones. If this message resonates with you, if you care more about freedom than appearances, then you're in the right place. This channel is where I break down what worked, what didn't, and what I'd do differently. Subscribe if you want more conversations like this. And if you found value in this video, hit the like button. It helps more than you think. Thanks for watching.